welcome to another episode of the Ponzi Scheme Show. I hope everyone is well. It is April 2021, and I hear a little sound. I think that's my radiator in the background there clanging because it's still cold here in the East Coast. So, as I said, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is staying safe out there, and there's a lot of vaccines available. I hope you guys are signing up for those if it's something that you choose to do. If you choose not to, that is okay. That's your right. Just be prepared that you might not be able to go on a plane or go on vacation or that kind of thing. I was going over, let's see, I think this should be episode 6. And I was going over, and it's actually kind of funny. I was going over, I was looking at, the last 5 videos that I posted, and, or maybe it was 6, I can't remember. And it seems that the one tutorial video that I did about hooking up 2 mixers, that one seemed to do pretty good. So I think the majority of my subscribers and viewers want me to talk about audio, live sound, that kind of thing. And totally, I'm cool with doing that. It's something that I really enjoy doing. But those seem to be the videos that do best on my channel. So today I am going to talk about the Shure SM7B. I don't think I did a video on this microphone. If you want to go back and look, I do have a playlist that's microphone tutorials, which are, again, all of my audio tutorials are for the very basic user, someone that has very little experience, maybe has never used one before. And it's just to give you an idea of what to get, and the type of microphone that you purchase really depends on what the application is. So, for instance, vocal microphones, there's so many different ones, so many different companies. So you really have to know what you're looking for. Now, if you want just a, excuse me, if you just want like a all-purpose type, to be able to use in most circumstances, regardless of whether it's just like this, you're doing a podcast, you're doing a blog, or something like that. A vlog, because a blog is just written. But if you're doing a video blog, you could do just like an SM58, a Shure SM58. So that gives you a good amount of range. So if it's a male singer, a female singer, male spoken voice, female spoken voice, you can use it to mic instruments. SM57, also great for vocals. You can mic a snare drum, any drum, guitar cabinets. So as far as vocal mics, those 2, the SM57 and the SM58, both by Shure, are great microphones. There's also Like Audix has great. I think it's the OM2. Um, that's a great, and they're all like $100. You can get them on sale for 89 usually. Um, so great microphone for many different uses. So if you're looking to just get something, um, I mean, they have like the PG versions, and that doesn't mean like movie rating. Uh, those are, they'll have like a switch on them or something like that. You know, I mean, honestly, unless it's something on sale, that's a great deal. I don't think you can really get a good quality microphone for less than $90. Like I said, if it's on sale, um, by the way, I'm just stretching. My back is killing me. Um, oh, big truck going by. Um, yeah, so if for like an all-purpose, to mic an instrument, to sing, to just doing like a podcast or like a YouTube channel, SM57, SM58, great. Now, if you want to step it up a bit, they have the beta versions of both of those. And all it does is that gives you a little bit higher end on the frequency response. So if you're a female singer or a male that has more of uh, a higher pitch voice, very good mics. It picks up a lot more of the higher frequencies if that kind of thing. So definitely go back and look at, because I'm not going to go over how everything works, the polar patterns and the frequency responses, and how many decibels and all that thing it'll um, you know accommodate. I really want to talk about this guy right here, the SM7B. Now I have this big old puffy windscreen on because I'm a heavy breather, and there's a lot of ambient noise in the room. I'm on a third floor attic, finished attic, if you can call it that, I guess. And there's a lot of noise around here. Like every time, like a car or a truck passes, I can hear it, even through the microphone and the headphones. So I have this giant windscreen now. Now it also has this little guy here. So it's not as much of a windscreen. You can get a little closer up to it. So what I'm going to do, because this is really cool, I'm going to turn this off for a second, and I'm going to take this windscreen off because I want to show you what it looks like on the inside. I'm also going to put some pictures up, some diagrams, so you can kind of get a closer look. So I'm going to turn it off now. Hold on. Okay, so this is without a windscreen, and I'm going to try to get the same level there. Okay, so this might get really breathy, but just turn this up here. So I'm not sure. I got to turn the screen back on here. Hold on. Oh, I have to add a little bit of this out. Whatever. Okay. So I just want to make sure this is in the viewer here. So the diaphragm is actually way down here, right? So you have uh about maybe 2.5 inches or so to get to the diaphragm. Um, so this is a really great. Actually, you know what? Let me just slip this on there. Ooh, turn that down. Okay. So this is really good for like if you're in a death metal band or something and you're like a screamer. This is a really great mic for that because the people that like to, and sound guys hate this, picture this as just like a regular, microphone. So normally, normally, what you should do is, if you're singing, you want to be able to pull away, that type of thing, but you want to leave the entire diaphragm open on all sides, right? But then you see people and they'll start grabbing it like this. So now you have the sides that are completely covered. It's all muffled. So all you're getting is whatever sound is going into the top. Then you got the other wackos that do something like this. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. So what's great is that with this microphone, because the diaphragm is, let me just slip this off. Try to do it quietly. I guess. So because the diaphragm is so low, even if somebody gets right up on top of it, um, you're not covering the diaphragm. So it's basically you're holding it like this, and now a lot of people try to sing that way, and you notice I can notice a huge difference. But as I go a little bit further down, now it's getting kind of tinny because the center is still open. But now look at that. Look how nice that sounds. And that's with no windscreen. So yeah. So like I said, I like to use this big one. It looks kind of weird or whatever, but I don't know. I like it this way because I'm very breathy. Um, and with all the room noise, it helps to try to isolate it. It also comes with this little cover, and that is to, let me just see, hold on. There we go. Okay. So this has this little, let me just see if I can, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so see, I can't talk there. Okay, so I'm going to talk like this. So you have different frequency responses. Now I have mine set, I believe, to. Okay, so I have a bit of the high frequency bumped up. So you have the different. I'm going to put a diagram up. Let me just see it here. So flat, bass, presence. Okay, so I have the presence boost up. Okay. Because I have it highly compressed, my bass is good. To me, it's not too bassy. I don't want that Howard Stern type bass and compression. I mean, it's highly compressed. This is very compressed, which is fine because there's nothing else going on. Especially if I had two people talking or three people talking, to try to get the levels perfect and make everybody sound like, you know, no one's yelling over another person. You got to have that highly compressed. So you have the flat response, which is adding nothing, not taking away, right? So it's just as is, no EQ. Then you have the bass boost, which sounds exactly like its name. It's going to take some of the lower frequencies and bring it back up. It's going to take some of the higher ones and level those off. And I have on this one, I have the presence boost up. Kind of takes, because I don't have a deep voice. I don't have a high pitched voice. So it's kind of in the medium. So I have enough bass, I think, in my voice. Let me see how I have this. Oh, yes, I don't have anything up here. So I got my high and mid at 0, and I have actually a little bit bass added as far as my EQ on my mixing board. So like I said, this plate just goes over this. So if you don't want anybody to mess with it, you just put this little plate over the switches. So, yeah. So like I said, this is a great microphone. The frequency there goes the truck. Frequency response is 50 hertz, which is very low bass, up to 20,000 hertz, which is the highest frequency that a human can hear. Well, an average human. If you have like super hearing, you might be able to hear below 20 hertz, maybe be able to hear above 20,000 hertz. But human can usually, on average, if you have perfect hearing and there's no hearing loss, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So it's got a really great frequency response. So it's going to pick up, um, some deep bass and give you everything above it. So great microphone. You can get them for about $400. Sometimes get them on sale for like $350. Like they have bundles all the time, so you get. Oh, that's something I want to mention is the cloud lifter, um, which is because this needs a gain boost. If you just plug this in, you'd have to crank the volume to really um, get a good dynamic range out of it. So you need some kind of booster, something to really boost the gain on it you know, um, so you don't have to scream and you don't have to really in post production or anything. You don't have to boost those levels. They're good. Matter of fact, there was a couple times I had to turn the gain down a bit because it was too much. So definitely, whether it's a cloud, I use a cloud lifter. If you look at the video I did, I think it was the last tutorial video I did about the two mixers. I mentioned the cloud lifter. It's a great little thing for like so I'm all over the place. The not any, but the broadcast type microphones like this one. You need a bit of a gain boost. So whether you get a cloud lifter or some kind of like a preamp of some just to boost, you need to boost the gain before it gets to the mixer. So you have like a nice hot signal that you can work with, so you don't have to, crank up the level on it because that's and then it doesn't sound good. It'll start to get all distorted and everything, and you don't want that. So, great microphone. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Let me know if there's anything in particular, sound-wise, that you want me to discuss. How long is it? Oh, so it's only been 18 minutes. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, if there's anything else you want me to discuss, it's getting kind of warm in here now. Whether it's a mixer or microphones, EQ, compressors, gates, any kind of thing like that. Like I said, this is not meant for people that are, these videos are not meant for people that are doing this as a profession, because you already know this stuff. This video is for people that, they are just getting into a band. They want to start their own podcast. Maybe, you have a bunch of random equipment and you're trying to piece everything together, I remember, oh boy, when I was maybe 15, 16, something like that. I would put, oh my God, I would put my guitar amp, and it had an external jack for another speaker. And so I would put that into a bass cabinet. It was a Crate 412. It was a bass cabinet I had. And I'd use that as a stereo. Oh my God, it was loud. I mean, it was it an 80, I think it was an 85 watt amp, which is pretty decent. Going through a 412 cabinet. And I would put a just a regular FM radio. So I would take the FM radio. It was actually a boombox from the headphone out into the input of the amp, and I made like a super duper stereo. I did stuff like that all the time. And so sometimes that's what you have to do. If you have a guitar amp, now it's not made for that. It's not made for that. But if say, you have a few people, you want to get a band together, and all you have is, an extra guitar amp. It's just sitting there and maybe some random speaker. You could use that for a PA system. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with that at all if that's what you have. And so that's the kind of thing that, I want to help people because you know what? Money's tight, pandemic or not. Money is tight for a lot of people. And if they have a passion for something and there's something that they really, really want to do and they don't have the resources, this is the way you do it. You can piece things together with just random equipment. Like, I remember the first EQ I had was just a stereo, like an actual stereo component. Like it was something that you would use for your home stereo. You'd plug your CD player in it, or back when there were, CD players. Uh, you know, I used that as my first PA system EQ, and it was a Radio Shack, uh, 32 band. Maybe it was a 24. I can't remember. But with the little sliders, and it had the light up meters and everything, and it looked really cool. But it was a nice little, where you could, really tune in. So, when I showed up at the time I was DJing, so I showed up to a room, if it was very echoey, the acoustics sucked, whatever, if there was some weird frequency I was getting, I could just tweak it, just a little bit, just tweak it down a little bit so it wasn't so harsh and, get rid of some troublematic, troubling frequencies, Um, so, and sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to take, uh, whatever you have. Like here's a cool thing too. If you don't have a microphone, right? You could take, and I used to do this all the time when I was a kid. We had those really crappy headphones, right? And it was like those, and you guys will know, like if you're in your 30s or 40s and up, it was just this metal band. It's kind of like what they give you on the airplanes now. And it had like two, like little cups with the little foamy things on it. And I believe it's the left, if you plug the headphone jack into an amplifier or PA set, whatever, the left is actually a microphone. Really, really cool. Like if I took this and plugged this in, I could use the left, right? This is the left. I could use this as a microphone. And because they're so big, it would probably sound really good. So something like that. Now that's not something you get on stage with, but if you didn't have a microphone and you got a piece of crap set of headphones laying around, be careful. Make sure your volume's all the way down when you plug it in, and then just slowly go up, and then you'll get it. You'll have to. It would look weird, but if that's all you have, why not? I mean, I've seen people use the microphones from their Wii or from their PlayStation or whatever. Like when was it was a Rock Band came out. I've seen people use those. Because in a pinch, a microphone's a microphone. It might not sound great, but if that's all you have, just do it. You can always upgrade later. So yeah, I don't know. How long did I do? About 24 minutes. All right. So any questions, definitely reach out to me. Go to my Instagram, Ponzi Scheme Show, and yeah, go from there. All right. So like I said, I hope everyone's doing well. You stay safe out there. Be good to each other, and I'll see you next time.